Hello, everyone. Hello. Can you hear me? Is that on? That's on. There we go. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Peggy's. You don't have to worry, I'm not part of the band. I'm just here to do the introduction. A couple of things before we start. There's some rather lovely merch down there. Got my eye on one of those mugs, so get in before me. And we would appreciate it if you did keep the noise down during the quiet parts. We will try and likewise do the same. So without much further ado, please make some noise for the rather amazing Mark Harrison Band.
Thanks very much. It's nice to be back here. This is the third time we've played here. And we're trying to get a full set of fines for driving on tram lines in the centre of Nottingham. And we're getting there now. We're 2 out of 3. But Charles is lagging behind. It's very difficult to drive through here, isn't it? Because every road sign is like a cryptic crossword clue. Anyway, thanks for coming. And we're going to start with a song called Tribulation Time. As this is a tribulation time, I suppose. But not this afternoon. I feel like crying, I feel like breaking down, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna keep on moving around. I don't know where I'm going, and I don't like where I've been, and I don't wanna think about the shape I'm in. I'm just saying, don't pay no mind. I'm just saying, don't pay no mind. It's tribulation time. Well, I feel like shouting every time I look around. I wanna scream and tear that old house down. Well, I've been a witness, but I don't know what I've seen, and I don't know if my reputation's clean. I'm just saying, don't pay no mind. I'm just saying, don't pay no mind. It's tribulation time. Well, I feel like diving down into the deep, but I'm too wide awake to take that big sleep. I feel like folding, I feel like giving up, but deal me another, I might just get some luck. I'm just saying, don't pay no mind. I'm just saying, don't pay no mind. It's tribulation time. I'm just saying, don't pay no mind. I'm just saying, don't pay no mind. I'm just saying, don't pay no mind. I'm just saying, it's tribulation time. Thank you very much. So, we do songs that I wrote myself, which are on all sorts of subjects that perhaps other people don't normally write songs about. Now, there might be a good reason for that, but I'm not going to dwell on what that might be. These songs are being delivered to you with the fantastic assistance of, on double bass, Charles Benfield. And on drums and percussion, Ben Welburn. And the next song is, I've got some songs that are to do with the history of blues music, and particularly the people who made it and the lives that they lived. They were interesting people with an attitude that I personally feel I can share, even if their way of life was very different from mine. Mind you, I grew up in Coventry, so I'm not sure how different that was. And there was a man called David Honeyboy Edwards, who was the oldest surviving original Mississippi Delta blues artist until he stopped surviving a few years back. And he wrote, or rather spoke, a book called The World Don't Owe Me Nothing, which you should get and devour, as it's the best book ever about anything. And I got this song from reading his book. So it's a snapshot of his life. If you were a black man down there in the 20s and 30s, you had to be on your toes, because there was the ever-present danger of lynching. And this is a song about how he kept on moving along whenever the warning signs came. Got out of bed, didn't make a sound. Packed up my clothes and I tiptoed around. Took one last look at where I used to lay. Coming up day and I'm sneaking away. When I hit that dirty street, there was no one else around. Heard a rooster crowing, I thought I heard a church bell sound, but it didn't mean a thing. It was not the time to pray. Coming up day and I'm sneaking away. Stay and fight, can't stick around. I had my warning to get out of town. There's been some trouble, but I'm not the one to blame. Coming up day and I'm sneaking away. Walk the road, might hop a freight, can't hang around till it's too late. When the hounds come calling, oh, there'll be hell to pay. Coming up day and I'm sneaking away. Coming up day and I'm sneaking away. Thank you. So the songs are all quite short. So obviously if there's one you don't care for, there'll be another one along soon enough. And some of them have a story behind them that if you know the story behind them, it makes the song more meaningful. And some of them don't. But if there's a story, I'll tell it as quickly as I can. And this one does have a story behind it. It's called John the Chinaman. John the Chinaman is what the Americans called the Chinese workers when they were building the transcontinental railroad somewhere in the 1800s, this extraordinary feat of construction and engineering that changed so many things. And there was a large Chinese workforce that did the heavy lifting on this project. But the Americans couldn't fathom their names, and so they didn't keep any record of anybody's name. And during the course of building this thing, it was done by two railroad companies, and the owner of one of the companies bet his counterpart $10,000 that his workers could build 10 miles of track in one day, a feat that had never been accomplished. But they did accomplish it, and this was carried out to complete the railroad, I believe, by a workforce of 3,000 Chinamen and 8 Irishmen. And the 8 Irishmen were in charge of the 3,000 Chinamen. It's not quite clear how much instruction the 3,000 Chinamen required from the 8 Irishmen, but there they were. And at the end of the project, they had a celebration parade in the city of Sacramento to honor the 8 Irishmen. And there was not a mention of the 3,000 people that they called John the Chinaman. It struck me that this kind of thing has always happened, of course, that a body of people do the heavy lifting on things, and the people in charge get the praise and the rewards. And these days it wouldn't be 8 Irishmen, it would be 8 layers of management, all with curious job titles and no particular role to play. And in fact, if I look back over my lifetime, the biggest increase has been in the number of layers of management you can find everywhere. Where once there was 1, now there are 10. And I think we can all enjoy the fruits of that. Here's the song, John the Chinaman. Boss man said, I want you to lay 10 miles of track in a single day. Wanna win my bet, it's never been done. It's gonna amaze everyone. Those workers are second to none, but I don't know the name of a single one. 15 hours in the sun and be no one like John the Chinaman. They started out with the rising sun, and in one day that job was done. Laying that metal down the line, everybody moving right in time. Those men all look the same, we don't record a single name. Do 15 hours in the sun and be no one like John the Chinaman. In the sun and be no one like John the Chinaman. Now where you see that dirty work done, you're gonna find that Chinaman. And it keeps on getting done by people who ain't no one. Other folks, they get praised, for them there is the grand parade. Do 15 hours in the sun and be no one like John the Chinaman. Do 15 hours in the sun and be no one like John the Chinaman. Do 15 hours in the sun and be no one like John the Chinaman. Do 15 hours in the sun and be no one like John the Chinaman. Thank you. I had an itchy nose from the second verse of that one. This is the sort of thing people don't tell you. Maybe there's a reason for that. So I'll use this one, Emily. All right, we'll do a bit of slide guitar playing here. This song's called Ain't No Justice. This guitar was made in 1934, and I guess it was made for slide guitar playing. That's what the guys did back then. I know who owned it before me, but I don't know the rest of its history. It used to be owned by Eric Bibb, the American blues artist. But before that, it will have had a long history of people far more interesting than me. This song's called Ain't No Justice. Well, of course, these days a lot of people around us will keep saying how things aren't fair. It's not fair. As if you can somehow make things fair, which I'm not convinced you can do. But sure as hell wasn't fair for the people who created blues music. And this may be what they thought when they were about to start off the civil rights movement. Who knows? It's called Ain't No Justice. Well, there ain't no justice down there on the farm. place is full of folks who done no harm, living high, though strangers to the truth. Oh my Lord, what can I do? Well, it ain't no justice, can't get an even break, just can't stand those liberties they take. Oh, it's their world, but it's rotten through and through. Oh my Lord, what can I do? I'm getting put upon, it just can't carry on. Used to be, I wasn't curious, now I'm goddamn furious. Justice anywhere you look, no respect, it just ain't in the book. Can't go up no matter where I move. Oh my Lord, what can I do? Ain't grinning in your face, I'm getting on your case. Used to be, I wasn't curious, now I'm goddamn furious. Justice anywhere you go, always someone acting like Jim Crow. Can't get served, ain't even in the queue. Oh my Lord, what can I do? Oh my Lord, what can I do? Oh my Lord, what can I do? Thank you very much. So the next song is called By the Side of the Road. I don't know if you have a list of your favorite songs. You probably do somewhere in your head. You categorize various things as your favorite songs, but do you also have a list of songs you can't stand? And I guess I do, really. It's an informal list, and I keep remembering other ones to put on it. One of my least favorite songs is You've Got a Friend. This is a ghastly, syrupy shite. Can't be doing with that one. Can't stand Streets of London, and I actually can't stand Imagine. Sorry about that. Bit of crap that is. And, but my least favourite song is My Way, and I think My Way is an anthem for blokes who've got away with being twats all their lives. And it's a proud one, isn't it? You know, I have been a complete arsehole, and I got away with it. And it's, I think it's the most played at blokes' funerals, perhaps for obvious reasons. And a little while back, I went to a cousin's funeral. My cousin Colin died, and normally I go to funerals in Coventry, where I'm very familiar with Coventry Crematorium. But this one was in Nuneaton, which I hadn't been to before. And someone in my family said, "Oh, so Nuneaton Crematorium, you'll like it there, Mark. It's got a nice picture window." Well, be that as it may, it's still a fucking crematorium, isn't it? the things that people say. It turned out my cousin Colin had another life. He wasn't just an insurance salesman in Nuneaton. He also went to Las Vegas every year. And at his wake, there was a slideshow picturing him with a number of nubile showgirls in Vegas. Who knew? And my cousin Colin went through the curtains to the sound of My Way, perpetrated by Frank Sinatra. So here's my version of My Way. It's not the song, don't panic. It's called By the Side of the Road, and you could regard it as My Way for Prats. Many times I have been stupid. Many times I failed to see. Oh, and often I have struggled just to keep some dignity. Doesn't matter now, let the ill winds blow and take some rest by the side of the road. Many times I've been in motion when I wanted to be still. Many times I kept on going long after I had my fill. Doesn't matter now, let the ill winds blow and take some rest by the side of the road. Work to do, it must be done. Calm the sun. To do, it must be done. Calm the sun. Many times I went the wrong way. Many times I trudged uphill. Many times I've been mistreated and confined against my will. Doesn't matter now, let the ill winds blow and take some rest by the side of the road, by the side of the road, by the side of the road. Thank you very much. So I'm moving on to the 12-string now for the rest of our first set. I have to say that if anybody can see and is wondering why there's a box of Jaffa cakes and a box of Maltesers on the stage in front of me. This is what is known as the Sheffield Rider. And you may know that a rider are the things that artistes are given by promoters, you know, drugs and stuff. And I play a lot in Sheffield, where it's become established that the Sheffield Rider is a box of Maltesers and a box of Jaffa cakes. And John and Dot are here from Sheffield, and they've brought it with them. So thank you for that. And I've had this rider in all sorts of places in the country. And last year we played at the fantastic Minack Theatre in Cornwall. I don't know if you've ever been there. It's an amphitheatre outdoor on the cliffside. It's a huge thing. And we did the sound check and everything. And it was a massive gig. And there's people as far as the eye could see. I came out on stage and put the guitar on and looked down, and there was the box of Jaffa cakes and the box of Maltiners. So if anyone ever asks me why we do what we do, that's why. This song's called The Demon Drink. It's about booze. Probably not a great time to do a song about giving up booze, but I'm going to anyway. I gave up booze many years ago, and I don't recommend it. And if you give up booze, people say all sorts of ridiculous things to you. Oh, you must feel great now. Do I look like someone who feels great? I occasionally used to feel great when I was pissed, but I don't now. What I can tell you about giving up booze is that it makes you appreciate more clearly just how pissed off you are. Well, do you want to drink? Yeah, well, that's okay. Me, I'm going down the temperance way, yeah. Used to drink so much I would roll and sway, talk a lot of crap and feel sick all day. Now the demon drink will take your pain away, but there's a price to pay. Ain't that a shame? From the dawn of time to the present day, people been drinking the blues away. It does the job, it does the trick. It'll sort things out and it'll sort them quick. Now the demon drink will take your pain away, but there's a price to pay. Ain't that a shame? You can get sloppy drunk and that's okay, but you might just cross the line one day. Then people talk, people stare, they say, hey, I know you got a problem there. Now the demon drink will take your pain away, but there's a price to pay. Ain't that a shame? You can give it the booze and it'll clear your head. You'll remember everything you did and said, yeah. It'll clear your mind, it'll make things real. Then you really know how bad you feel. Now the demon drink will take your pain away, but there's a price to pay. Ain't that a shame? Thank you. Emily, could I have a tiny bit more of this in the thing, please? Yes, I could see a number of people defiantly hoovering it during that one. All right, this song's called Dirty Business, and it's about the world of work, which in many ways has become a cesspit, I think, if it ever wasn't. And we have for some time lived in times where I think people have been trying to replace the proper jobs that disappeared many years ago with a number of questionable ones. And it's like the Wild West. People are out there trying to relieve you of your money under all sorts of pretenses. It's like you spend 3 hours sitting on a motorway because someone has convinced authorities to install a thing called a digital motorway. I can understand something like a digital radio, but of what purpose is a digital radio for me, I don't know. You gotta make that money, make it somehow, any which way, it's gonna drag you down. You gotta scratch and scurry, do some desperate stuff, and you still won't know if it's good enough. 'Cause it's a dirty business, it's a dirty business. It's a dirty business, any way you dress it up. It's a dirty business. It's a dirty business. It's a dirty business, sure gonna mess you up. Well, you can go to thieving out on the street. You can do some thieving from an office seat. Might be up in the boardroom doing shady deals. Might be down in the alley where you lie and steal. 'Cause it's a dirty business. It's a dirty business. It's a dirty business, any way you dress it up. It's a dirty business. It's a dirty business. It's a dirty business, sure gonna mess you up. You can line your pockets while the poor folks toil. Get your snout in the trough while they turn the soil. You can chase that dollar to the killing floor. You can take it from a man who ain't got no more. Cause that's a dirty business. It's a dirty business. It's a dirty business any way you dress it up. It's a dirty business. It's a dirty business. It's a dirty business. Sure gonna mess you up. It's a dirty business. It's a dirty business. It's a dirty business any way you dress it up. It's a dirty business. It's a dirty business. It's a dirty business. It's sure gonna mess you up. Thank you very much. So we're going to finish this first set now with a song that you can sing along to. Now, I'm aware of the fact this is not a folk club. In folk clubs, people just do what they're told. Even if it's gibberish, they will go. But this isn't gibberish. But we're not going to teach you the chorus of this one because I can't face it if you don't join in. It's a degree of humiliation that I'm not prepared to experience at this point in life. I feel like I've paid my dues in the area of humiliation. So join in if you. It's called I'm Damned, and the chorus is I'm damned if I do, I'm damned if I don't. And we'll check the CCTV later as to who did and who didn't. So thank you very much for coming and listening. This is the end of the first half. We'll be back after a bit. And if you like what we're doing, please come and buy something. And that way we can keep making them. So here's I'm Damned. Well, I built that shack, but the shack fell down. Wound up sleeping on the ground. Oh, now, what ya gonna do? I'm no stranger to futility. We're old friends, that thing and me. Oh, now, what ya gonna do? Give that coin a spin. No way I can win. 'Cause I'm damned if I do, and I'm damned if I don't. Damned if I do, I'm damned if I don't. That was it. Now, these things that come to pass, sometimes I could kick my own ass. Oh, now, what ya gonna do? On a sea of trouble in a patched up boat, bail like hell just to keep afloat. Oh, now, what ya gonna do? Give that coin a spin. There's no way I can win. 'Cause I'm damned if I do, and I'm damned if I don't. Damned if I do, I'm damned if I don't. Damned if I do, and I'm damned if I don't. damned if I do, I'm damned if I don't. Now, do I stick or do I twist? Do I gamble or resist? Oh now, what you gonna do? I'm gonna put my heart in an overcoat, hands in pockets, here I go. Oh now, what you gonna do? If that coin is spin, no way I can win, 'cause I'm damned if I do, and I'm damned if I don't. Damned if I do, I'm damned if I don't. Damned if I do, I'm damned if I don't. Damned if I do, I'm damned if I don't. Well, I'm damned if I do, and I'm damned if I don't. Damned if I do, I'm damned if I don't. I'm damned if I do, I'm damned if I don't. Damned if I do, and I'm damned if I don't. Thank you very much.